Hey guys, what's up? Dizzle here, and today I'm going to be talking about a YouTuber with over 2.5 million subscribers who has been accused of rape, pedophilia, and manipulation. He's a Spanish Geometry Dash YouTuber, so that's probably why it has been slept on, because he's not that well known outside of the GD community despite his large sub count. The YouTuber in question is GuitarHeroStyles. Sadly, this hasn't really gained any attention from the commentary community, or any of the people who usually report on this stuff. So hopefully, although unlikely, this video will bring more widespread attention to it. Because from what I've gathered, this man is very dangerous, and should definitely not have access to such a large fan base which consists mainly of minors. He clearly needs to go to jail, or at least be terminated off YouTube immediately. These allegations were made about 4 months ago now, and they are truly disturbing, and they definitely need more widespread attention. First of all, we have these DMs between him and a minor. Not gonna read them out loud, but here they are. Now, the actual rape allegations were made by his anonymous ex-girlfriend, who I'm pretty sure is also a minor. It's been a very long time since I read them, since they were deleted shortly after they started to gain a lot of attention. Which only makes me believe it more, because they weren't clout chasing or anything. It's not like they got any backlash. The vast majority of the community were very supportive. My interpretation was that they were only trying to get it out there, and didn't want this to become some big thing that everyone was talking about. So I won't try to find these allegations out of respect of the victim, but I do remember reading them, and she definitely did accuse him of actual, rape. So yeah, keep that in mind. But what I will show is the reply from his former female friend Juniper, a large figure in the GD community with 400,000 subscribers, who brought these allegations to light, who at the time of associating with him was underage, and he clearly shows some very sketchy behavior toward her. In a reply to the paste bin accusing him of rape, she states this: "I am disgusted by what is mentioned in this statement, and even more upset that it was happening while Guitar and I were friends without my knowledge. I started spending less time around him after noticing manipulative behavior, and what seemed to be somewhat of an obsession with spending time around me. I always thought this was just Guitar finding me a good friend, but perhaps there was an ulterior motive. Looking back on our time as close friends, I feel as though what is mentioned in this statement lines up with my experiences with Advi. I feel like he warmed up to me and shared personal details about his life quite fast. And over time, I ended up feeling entirely responsible for his mental health, since he never took my advice on how to improve it, and instead relied on me to do so. I want to confirm that, as mentioned in the statement, Guitar did often talk to my parents about surprising me with a meetup often. My parents, of course, talked to me about this beforehand, since they didn't want to have someone over for multiple weeks, as he desired without me being aware of it. I never felt like Guitar intended to get sexual favors from me, but he did make plenty of sexual jokes. Me and some of my friends noticed that they were pointed in my direction more often than not. They could be harmless jokes from a friend to a friend, but they could also have a deeper meaning. There's really no way to be sure at this point. At the end of the day, though, all of this is minuscule compared to what is mentioned in the thread. Wow, even without the allegations, this is still creepy and weird. The fact he wanted to have a, quote, surprise meetup, any adult knows that's completely inappropriate since she was a minor at the time. Their earliest video was February 5th, 2020, so she would have been 16 at the time, and he would have been 22. And the sexual jokes she mentioned are really weird coming from an adult to a minor, especially with everything else. So after all this came out, he released an apology, which he later deleted. A garbage one at that. One where he tries to manipulate his audience and basically tiptoes around the whole situation. He states, "I appreciate this thread a lot, and this is a huge mistake I made. This is not an okay thing to do, especially not with minors. I deeply apologize to all those affected by my behavior. I'm going to learn a lesson from this. If anyone has been disturbed by my comments or whatever, please let me know as soon as possible so I can talk with them personally. Last, I'm not going to sit here and ignore everything like nothing happened," which is exactly what he did, unsurprisingly. So I will be tagging some people with more connections and a louder voice, like Tom Dark, Keemstar, Augie RFC, and whoever else I think of. So hopefully one of them will notice and bring more attention to this. Anyways, I hope I did a good job exposing the situation. Like, dislike, comment, and subscribe for more. Dizzle out.